yes, you are not suggested to define uh, your text input attribute here as usual. Although these attributes are common, but don't do that. Don't put it globally, because later we will combine 1, 2, 3 into one single Kivy file called main.kivy. And if you specify your text input globally in 1 and in 2 there's another specification, then these two will overwrite, and Kivy only use one specialization for all of your for all the Kivy file. So if you want to use multi-line text input in other file, you should pay attention to that. So you are not suggested to do that unless you know what you are doing, or if you only have text input here, you don't have text input in other parts. But if you are working as a team, you don't know what your teammate will do. So a good practice is specify all the attributes here, not globally but locally. And in order to save your time, I actually have already done the coding part for 2 and 3 and main. And anyway, let's go through it. Okay, for the second part, which is this part, I use a grid layout, so I need to specify the columns number. You can refer to the example in Kivy catalog. Grid layout, specify column, and you can specify the size hint x, y of your widget. Anyway, then you have checkbox labels. This one, if you define a group attribute for a checkbox, Kivy will recognize it as a radio button instead of checkbox, and all the checkbox have the same group attributions will be in one group. Okay, so you can only make a single selections over all these checkboxes. For the third part, which is the number panel, it's something like that. It is a stack layout, so you can refer to the catalog here. Stack layouts. Orientation is a very important attribute for stack layout. It defines how the layout will add the widget into the stack. If you use TB then LR, it will stack it vertically, 1 and then 2, 3, 4. It jumps to a new column because there's no enough space for the button 3 here. Each button will take up 0.40% of the vertical space, so every column can only have 2 buttons at most. 4, 5, 6. This is how a stack layout organizes its widget. In our case, we need to stack the button horizontally, so we reverse this attribute. We use LR then TB. And you can also specify your padding and space. Padding means the area between the border and your widget. In our case, it's here and here. Spacing means this space and this space. We use 10 here in order to make sure that they are separated from each other. For the button, 0.3 will give us a rectangle button. Font size, everything is okay. It's very common, easy to understand, I think. And lastly, in the main, we have to add an image widget here, and we only need to specify its source. In our case, it's example.jpg. Looks like something like this. Okay, so we have done our work, and let's run everything. Okay, as you can see, we have already done our work. This looks very similar to our design, although there's some little difference, and although it is not quite beautiful at current moment, we can personalize it further. We can change the background color, the size of the image, the size of the font, and something like that. Anyway, this course is focusing on the structure design, and so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and really learned something from my video. I'll be very glad to hear that. And now I have to say goodbye to you guys and hope you can enjoy yourself. This video is actually very basic. If you want to learn more about Kivy, I suggest you to read through the official website, and there are a lot of stuff to learn, like yeah, camera, busier, something like that. With Kivy you can do a lot of fancy things, and I believe there's a great potential here. By the way, I have to point out Kivy. How to spell? Yeah. Recently, I found that there's an issue in Kivy that Windows 10 program title bar block the Kivy interface. If you guys also find this bug appear on your computer, you can comment below my video. What is that? As you can see here, the title bar, the program bar, title bar actually block this button. I cannot read what is on this button, and that is the bug in Kivy. I think Kivy use a different coordinate system to define the position, because in other GUI framework, normally we use this point on the right corner, on the left top as the origin, but Kivy use this point on the left button. And then, yeah, as you can see, when I click on this line, the line above is selected, and at the bottom I can choose the line correctly. So actually Kivy has a lot. Kivy is quite a new framework, and so it has some bug, but later on I believe when the developer fix all these kind of issues, Kivy will be a very powerful framework for you guys to learn. So good study and day off. See you guys.